Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 Heart Attack, Episode 10, Justice. Oh, I didn't realize Wang was still up here. Or Wong. Then we have the bridge fort. I can already move to the bridge fort now if I wanted to. It has a large outdoor slot, one indoor and one outdoor small slot. It has watch posts. So that's good for scouting and siege threat reduction. And not a lot else. It's pretty small. We have the container fort, which is the big one. I mean, that I think is the biggest base in the game. So that wouldn't be a medium one. This would be the other medium one. It's covered by 3 hearts, as would the Church on the Hill. So really, I would say... this is a medium size, this is a medium size, this is a medium size. Up here is also another medium. I forgot about that. Lock and Kyog self-storage. So I'm going to have you decide between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll go full 6. If you want to vote for the container fort, even though that isn't a medium-sized base, I'll allow it. So, more and more. And I'll try to write a little something up about it so that you make more informed decisions. So that is 1,500 influence and 6 people. We've got the bridge fort. And, well, yeah, there's like too much data for me to involve. But bridge fort is 500 influence, 4 people. We got Church on the Hill. $1,005. Covered by hearts. Corner office. And that's 1,005. Up here is the Lock and Kyog or whatever. And that's 1,500 influence and 6 people. And also covered by just 1 heart. That's not too bad. Hey, Raw. Thank you for the resub. Don't let him eat my brains? Don't worry, I don't have any. I'm pretty immune to that. How's it going? And then last but not least, the container fort, which is the big one. Which would be a stretch goal, but, you know, whatever. So, there's the giant list. Have you guys vote on that? So in terms of what I could move into immediately, the bridge fort or the more and more distributing, I could move pretty much immediately. More and more, I would need to recruit 1 more person, which I get a freebie from the rowdies, and just to make 500 more influence. And then the bridge fort I could move in right now, but it's also a small size base, so we're going to outgrow it. We'll basically already be outgrowing it. It's just barely better than the one that we currently live in. If you compare the one that we currently live in, which is master bedroom, double bunk room, hydroponics workshop, parking, infirmary, and chef's kitchen, versus the shelter bed, outdoor bed, parking, watch post, and like this thing I think has like 1 more outdoor slot and 1 more indoor slot than our current base. And then the others are covered by hearts, but you know, I'll flight hearts if I need to. I don't even know how many hearts are covered with like the container fort because I have not been down that way. Okay, well, let's continue looting. I do probably have the workshop done now, so let me hop back into the car, go back, pick up a repair kit, plus I have a repair kit on me, and that will allow me to do a little bit more venturing out. now that the car isn't about to explode. Well, that's a juggernaut. Sorry, escapees. I might have just lured a juggernaut to you. No, maybe not. Juggernaut seems like he got lost. I don't like that noise. How many of them are there? Just the one? I guess? Kind of taking a lot of credit. I think the car did the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, can't do it.
So before I switch, who was the repair guy? Is that Zach? Yes. So I want to get Zach up to hero, because his hero bonus is the best of all the heroes, all the potential heroes that I have, I think. Because I want more parts from salvage. That sounds really good. Looks like you guys want me to save up for the container fort. So in order to do that, the best thing I could probably do is to make my way down to that region of the world and start sort of scouting it out and feeling it out to make sure that it is that I can start clearing out hearts down there. Ideally, getting a radio tower to disrupt, but if not, you know, just do what I can. Is there a scout car on the map? I don't know. Not that I've seen.
Shut up already!
So I do find it interesting that you guys wanted me to go for the medium base, but then ultimately decided for me to skip the medium base.
If you're interested in trading, come on by and we can talk.
Nothing like smashing a feral against a juggernaut. You're a complicated bunch? Yeah, I'm alright with that. Normally, I do just skip the mediums and go straight for the large. As in the total, for the total time it takes, it's usually faster to do that way. Unless you run into, like, functional reasons why you shouldn't, which I haven't. Your name is Arsenal.
Say to a bit of bartering.
And you have guns. Okay. I was gonna complain if you didn't. I don't want to spend any of my influence, but Arsenal, prepare to get put to work, because I definitely just lured a juggernaut to you. And then ran you over twice. I'm helping. Some free samples. Sorry, Arsenal. So the current goal is to start scouting towards the southwest. I know ultimately I'm going to need 3 more people. So ideally I would want to befriend and ally 3 more enclaves that have particularly bad enclave bonuses. Depending on how well I play, it's hard to gauge what's going to be easier to obtain. The 8 people or the 3,500 influence. My guess is the 3,500 influence, because I've been pretty careful about not letting people die. But it's also me, you know. I could just have half the community die in a whim.
If I take out the
So,
nearest
you know,
plague heart,
I'll do my best not to do that, but we'll see. Also, I'm in a new Plague Heart territory, which means I ought to be a little bit more stealthy than burning rubber in the face of zombies, unless I want to wake get another heart. Because I know it looks like this heart is dormant, but what's likely happening up here, in fact, I'll show you. We are going to use the infestations, scout infestations using fuel. And then once I go back home, I can tell Andrew to go fuel up a fictitious imaginary vehicle and go figure out where the infestations are. Oh no, he's already doing it. Cool. So in 5 minutes, he'll show me where the infestations are on the map. And likely it's just going to be a lot of infestations around this heart. Or at least a few.
Looks quiet for now. But as long
So
as that
unlike
plague heart is nearby,
in previous versions, you don't get to know where the
safe.
infestations are unless they're within your scouting range. They're out there, and they're spreading and building up strength, and moving towards you, like Zerg creep.
Better keep looking.
And it's a really cool feature. It's like, oh man, it's so good. This redesign, so much better than the way it was,
Sweet.
where hearts were just like loot pinatas that you had to beat up a bunch.
Maybe we can trade this to someone.
So these 2 hearts are interconnected. I think I would want to try to disrupt them. I guess I could clear both. Because if I kill one, then there's only 1 heart left. But it wouldn't be a terrible idea to try to disrupt them if I had the free outpost. So something that I might want to be on the lookout for is knowledge of computers or a computer book, so that I can teach Upasana, who's our only free 4th slot skill colonist, or whatever you want to call it, to teach Upasana knowledge of computers, so I can upgrade my command center to level 3 and get 1 more outpost. This update makes infestations more serious. Yeah, and it also makes sieges a lot more serious, too. Especially if you go around making a lot of noise and pissing off hearts. You end up, this is a hypothesis, because I actually haven't tried it for myself, but I've heard people try it. If you basically make the choice to piss off all the hearts, it becomes sort of like a wave defense survival, where eventually you just run out of materials and people and ammo and everything and die. Because all of the hearts will be sending infestation sieges towards you, and it becomes relatively unsurvivable, where you're just constantly besieged by sieges from all 28 of the awoken hearts. sounds fun to me. I'd be down to try it after this series. As it's probably suicide. I'd likely need the Warlord boon too, so that I start with like weapons. But I suspect it is probably not particularly fun, because you're essentially just glued to your home, defending against waves of unending swarms of garbage, making no progress at all. But if that's fun for you.
Good to see you, vato.
Now the good news is
Check out the stuff I just delivered.
Oh, nice. The outposts that we have around our home have really good coverage, so it's not going to be possible for the Heart in the north to set up sieges around our base without us knowing, because we sort of have the really good visibility around it. You did it by mistake. You triggered 6 out of the 13, even on Dread, and it was a lot.
That should do us for a
Yeah.
while.
And if you trigger like 28 or whatever of them on lethal, that's probably like a league of their own.
Have you seen how many infestations there are around here? We gotta do something, and soon.
Okay, so he spotted the infestations. It's, for now, just a triple stack infestation of that beautiful corner ranch barn, or ranch. And this infestation has a bloater, 3 screamers, 2 ferals, and a juggernaut guarding it. Oh, actually, the number just went from 3 to 2, which means that this infestation just sent a third of its party out to spread southwest. So the way it does is it's sort of like if you've ever like watched video lapses of like mold spores searching for food, that's kind of the way it works, where the heart is the original point that starts the infestations, and then they spread out like spore tendrils to nearby infestable spots, and then those infestable spots can either stack up to 3, being the biggest possible infestation, or those individual spots can then spread out further, like branches on a tree, covering more and more area. So the fact that I watched that go from 3 to 2 means that a party from the corner ranch just went south, likely southwest, down the road to find some new point of interest to infest, like this tiny warehouse, perhaps. And then from the tiny warehouse, they're going to slowly make their way towards my base. That's sort of their aim, to infest towards your base. And then once they have infestations next to your base, they're not normal infestations, they're called siege infestations, and they will set up base attacks, where they will send waves of attackers to attack your base. So not just one wave. If you have like a lot of infestations, let's say you have like 3 siege infestations around your base, you're going to be facing 3 hellish waves in order to keep your community safe. So that's how that works. Trying to think of what I want to do here. So there's some scouting points that maybe I'll scope out. I want to keep using this character to try to get him up to hero. There's a lot of stuff in town that I haven't actually looted though, but I'm just not making time for it. Ideally this billboard, if I can get to it, because it's right in the middle of town, and it's going to let me know everything everywhere. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have a clear path for me to drive to the southwest county or town so that I can start laying siege against the hearts that are down that way effectively. Yeah, there's a lot more strategy to this game, especially in harder difficulties. On easy difficulties, you can just wake up all the hearts. There's probably like 5 of them, and you'll be fine. Especially if you're good at first-person shooters or third-person shooters. But if you're not, or you're on a harder difficulty like Lethal, yeah, you can't just go Leroy Jenkinsing your way into every situation and expect to survive like you used to be able to. So I'm in heart territory now. I gotta not kill zombies.
Hey guys, we could really use your help with this shit right now.
Oh, and the escapee prisoner people want my help, which is probably not going to happen. Luckily, it looks pretty clear, so I'm going to be able to get to this billboard and do some scouting. What I'm looking for is,
The air tastes like blood soup.
maybe radio towers or other points of interest that I've overlooked.
Yep, that's a horde.
Okay, so I've surveyed all this. If I wanted a radio tower for disruption, where is the closest one? Because I could get rid of my ammo outpost. I'm not really using ammo all that much. At the moment, I'm not like laying down landmines or anything like that. But I don't know if I've... Oh, no, here's the cell tower. Okay. Yeah. That could be a strategy. Sounds like I need to get out of here before my car gets swarmed. Nope, too late. I'll just wait for them to pass. So before I go home, I'm going to try to scout out whatever this town is called in the southwest. I'm going to call it Leeds. I don't know what the town's name is, though. Just calling it Leeds because the Leeds concrete silos down that way. No. Don't see me. Here's an artillery checkpoint. It's loaded. Limiston. Or whatever that said. I wasn't really reading. I'm gonna park here. So there's a heart in that Bronto gas. So you guys voted for me to move into the container fort, which is just to my south. Oh, there's a heart across the street. Does scouting the base tell me about all the hearts if you don't know where they are? No, you have to spot the hearts. Spotting the base won't do it for you. It will tell you like how many are covering, I think, but it won't tell you where the hearts are. And if I want to own the base, I need to clear the hearts. So we'll try to do this the surgical way, if possible.
Use this.
So there is a cell phone tower down here. That's cool.
Looks like another plague heart over there.
There's the third heart, and there's probably a fourth.
That's enough for now.
No, just 3. Okay, so this container fort is covered by 3 hearts. There's probably another heart back here somewhere. Back that way towards Leeds. That'd be my guess. But I could be wrong. And then the container fort is just over there. No, you can't see it from here. There's usually one behind the fort. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's probably one back there. Because otherwise, the Leeds concrete silo would probably not be in territory, right? Because this is far enough away that it would fall outside. So there's probably a heart like in one of these 2 buildings. Or possibly that one too. Alright, scouted. So now my current priority is to claim a radio tower. So the radio tower is going to allow me to take hearts out without triggering the other hearts around them through disruptions. Which is why I want the radio tower. Because if not, if I take any one of the hearts out in this town, the other 2 will wake. Which is fine, like I could probably handle that, but I'd like to try to do it the smart way. Just for the challenge. Also, I think I'm sort of low on gas, so while I'm here at the Bronto, I'll fill up.
Okay, time for a close encounter.
Is the meta still zombie deodorant and C4? Yeah. The actual functional way to take out hearts really hasn't changed. Heavy weapons, C4, and scent block. Combination of those. Especially on harder difficulties. On easier difficulties, you can shoot at it or set it on fire, but on lethal, that's almost not an option. Good news is, I am leaving town having not alerted the heart at all. 0% filled up.
So, we need to talk.
Panic Escapee's final offer. And there's a mysterious broadcast disturbance that I didn't attend to, and they're probably pissed about that. So I'm gonna change my priority to deal with the escapees instead.
Okay, I'll be there shortly.
I'm wondering if I need, like, a firearm dealing with Julia. I'm gonna go with no and hope I'm not wrong. Hello, Farrell. Ooh. I missed the screamer. It's fine. We're in my own territory. It's not waking up any hearts for it to scream. Well, that's a thing. So, my barn is infested. Which isn't exactly... It's infested, but not infested? I don't know what's going on. But I'll go investigate with Julia.
Well, that really sucks for them.
They're dead. I'm good at making neighbors. Dead. I forgot that last word. I'm good at making my neighbors dead. Through your sacrifice, I will gain my salvation. Oh boy. We've got a serial killer. Well, I happen to be a slayer of Wheaties, so the serial killer should look out. You know what I'm gonna find? I'm gonna find like a high-powered rifle in this gun box here. The escape convicts had died with like kitchen knives on them, and there's gonna be a gun here. No, just bolts. Okay, I was wrong. At least I didn't need a gun. True. Well, sort of true. Seems like I needed a gun, I just came too late. Because they got moited. Moited real good. So there's a mysterious broadcast 500 meters that way, and I think it's probably the serial killer. Waracerts, thank you for the resub. So if we're dealing with serial killer, old school 1911. That will be my weapon of choice. And also maybe a flashbang. Flashbangs are pretty good against humans. Absolutely does nothing against zombies, but against humans, pretty nice. So they are in the red storage unit over yonder. Go deal with the serial killer. Did that replace the mysterious broadcast? This was the mysterious broadcast. I think they were interconnected. That the escape convicts were being threatened and needed my help. I didn't show up in time, so they died. But even if I had shown up, they might have just died, as that's usually how the quest line goes. Before I go confront this person, I am going to waste all my bolts shooting at grass. I'm going to clear out the area, because if I do have to draw my gun, I don't want to have to deal with the half a dozen zombies that come running. Hey, Siddhartha Gaia. Thanks for the resub, too. 28 months.
Careful. That screamer can bring out a lot of plague zombies.
Not anymore, Kent. Alright, that's probably enough zombies killed in the surrounding area outside of earshot. Minus maybe that one, but whatever. If it's one zombie, it's not a problem. Famous last words. Confront Taylor about the murdered of the panic escapees. So, you're too dangerous to let live. Prepare to die.
Shit, you stupid punk!
Oh, what are you gonna do? You don't seem to have a survival instinct here. So, bye? Call me a stupid punk. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
That's pretty heavy.
Surprise! Oh, and you plagued me. Ooh, there's kind of a lot of you out here.
Hit it again.
And some of you are bulletproof. Are they a particularly good recruit? Unless you have basically no population in your base, they are not a recruit. They will refuse to join and just run away. Or not run away, but leave. So if I'm not mistaken, the only time you can recruit them is if you have 2 or fewer members left in your community. And yeah, they're not particularly good. It's not like they're Red Talon or anything like that. I do sort of find it funny that a bloater somehow spawned in the shed I was in since I've been in there. Like, the hell is that about? It wasn't in there before. It just sort of appeared. You know, like you do.
Calling this one a bust.
Okay, so we've dealt with that. I will head over to the Rowdies and then come back for that bolt and knife or whatever it was. So yeah, really the only options that I had there, if you were wondering, is to kill him or to let him walk away. There was not a third option, so I chose the killing a serial killer. Seemed, you know, pretty reasonable given the alternatives.
You. Got anything useful you're looking to unload?
Yeah, sure.
A little rough justice. How far am I in this playthrough? I've cleared 2 of 28 hearts. I mean, it's kind of an open game, so it's not really something that you can answer all that effectively. They must have changed it so that he was recruitable given the right situation. Well, like I said, unless I'm mistaken, the only situation where he is recruitable is when you have very few people in your community. It's the only condition where he joins, as far as I'm aware. And because I had 5 people in my community, not 2, he wasn't going to join. Aren't all survivors killers now? Not killers of humans. So I'm going to let you guys decide what I do next. I have a short list of things.
How about that? I made it back.
So a few things that we could do. Destroy
We
the
having fun yet?
awokened heart. Work to clear the hearts to the west. Scavenge supplies and materials. Or viewer suggestions. And I would open up the viewer suggestion inbox. I'll give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. As much as I want this guy to level up, if I take him out now, he's probably going to get tired. So I'm just going to rest him. And Upasana is like a sneeze away from leveling up, so to hero. Where
That's something that may help us find Eagle Eye if he's alive.
oh,
I should
we also
check it
have
out.
Eagle Eye.
We're the Titanic, and that plan is a
Somebody
big
change this
fucking
real quick.
iceberg.
There, I added do the Eagle Eye to it. That just popped up. Well, the repeating crossbow is really nice to have. Not gonna lie about that. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 Heart Attack, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers.